I want you to picture this. Just days after taking office, Donald Trump could launch the biggest immigration crackdown in American history. He has plans to deport millions, tighten our borders, and change asylum laws. So what does this mean for the millions of undocumented individuals living in the U.S.? Can such a massive operation really be executed? And what will it cost families, communities, and the economy? In this video, I'm excited to explore Trump's ambitious plan and the surprising effects it could have on America as we know it. And as Donald Trump prepares to take office again, I can't help but think about the significant changes we might see in immigration policy. Just picture it, millions of families anxious about being separated, communities gearing up for major shifts, and businesses feeling the pressure of potential economic impacts. Trump's ambitious plan goes beyond mere policy changes. It aims to reshape the very essence of our nation. At the forefront of this initiative is former ICE Director Tom Homan, who has already advised undocumented immigrants to start packing. But how feasible is this? Can Trump really execute such a monumental mission? And what will it ultimately mean for America? In this video, I'm excited to dive into this complex strategy and explore the potential ripple effects. First, let's dive into the numbers. There are over 11 million undocumented immigrants in the U.S., many of whom have been here for years, even decades. I've been following Trump and his allies as they propose what they call targeted deportations, essentially arrests focused on new individuals identified through investigations. Homan has assured us that this won't resemble mass sweeps or involve detainment camps. But then we hit the logistics. To deport 1 million people a year, as Trump's running mate suggested, ICE would need massive resources. We're talking about involving the National Guard, ramping up enforcement at workplaces, hiring undocumented workers. It's a huge operation that requires a solid plan. And honestly, the current system isn't built to handle this scale of deportations. The impact on industries relying on undocumented labor would be significant, and the human cost of these deportations cannot be overlooked. Next, let's consider the economic impact. Many undocumented immigrants are essential to certain industries like agriculture and construction. A mass deportation could remove a significant portion of the labor force in these sectors, leading to labor shortages, increased production costs, and even higher consumer prices. A recent study showed that deporting this many workers could hurt the economy, affecting American businesses and workers. Homan argues that these deportations would reduce job competition for U.S. citizens. But the truth is that many of these jobs are low-wage positions that citizens might not want to fill. So is this really about protecting jobs, or is it more about setting a precedent? The economic implications of mass deportation are complex and far-reaching. It's an issue that affects all aspects of our society and economy. Beyond the numbers and policies, there's a deeply human side to this issue. Families could be torn apart. Children who are U.S. citizens might face the threat of losing their parents to deportation, and communities could experience sudden upheaval. Imagine being told to pack your bags after building a life here for decades. I read about a woman who's been in the U.S. for over 20 years, and she fears her family might be split up. While Homan suggests they'd prioritize those considered public safety threats, we all know how complicated these situations can become. The impact extends beyond families, affecting local businesses and the economy. The focus may start on certain individuals, but a mass deportation policy could easily ensnare people who pose no threat, like undocumented grandparents or low-level workers. This broad approach doesn't just affect individuals, it has the potential to harm entire communities. Now, Trump's plans go beyond deportations. Here are 5 key areas where I expect to see immediate changes. 1. Asylum restrictions. Trump is likely to tighten restrictions, blocking specific groups from seeking asylum at the U.S. border. This could impact thousands seeking refuge and safety. 1. The Remain in Mexico program. This controversial program could be reinstated, forcing asylum seekers to wait in Mexico until their court hearings, a policy that faced significant backlash last time. 1. Travel bans. During Trump's first term, travel bans affected several countries, especially those with majority Muslim populations. Reinstating these bans would mean visa applicants might face extended delays or outright rejections. 1. The public charge rule. This rule discouraged sponsorship by imposing strict financial requirements. If you're sponsoring someone or seeking a green card, this could be a significant hurdle. 1. Family separation policies. Finally, Trump's strict border policies have led to family separations in the past, and we may see a similar approach resurface, affecting families at the border who attempt to cross illegally. So, where does this leave us? The future of immigration policy hangs in the balance with potential changes that could affect millions. If Trump takes office, these policies could create further backlogs and chaos in an already stressed immigration system. His proposed changes would significantly alter the landscape of American immigration. For those currently navigating the immigration process, time is of the essence. And the potential for policy changes creates a sense of urgency for many immigrants and their families. Consulting with an immigration attorney and staying proactive could be critical steps. Proposed changes could significantly impact sectors like agriculture, which rely heavily on immigrant labor. Increased border security measures could also reshape the immigration landscape, affecting both legal and undocumented immigrants. DACA recipients face particular uncertainty, with their futures hanging in the balance of potential policy changes. As we look to the future, the path of immigration policy remains uncertain, with potential for significant changes that could reshape American society. I find the issue of immigration to be incredibly complex, with strong opinions on both sides. On one hand, I see how Trump and his team believe that their policies could enhance security and protect American jobs. However, I can't overlook the human toll and economic consequences that might arise from these actions. What do you think? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more insightful analysis on America's biggest issues.